Hi class, this is Group 5's presentation, Pensacola Surgery Centers, a time value analysis case. Group 5 consists of Herdy Boatnegg, Holly Coons, Chelsea Olson, Merlene Tillis, Sandy Wade, and Jennifer York. Pensacola Surgery Center has three scenarios they are considering. Gary is their new Chief Operating and Financial Officer. The first scenario Gary has is that he has $50,000 of excess cash he wants to invest in a CD. He decides to invest the $50,000 in a CD for 1 year at 10% interest. What Question number 1 asks, what is the CD's value at maturity or its future value? If it pays 10% annual interest using Excel, we find that the future value of the CD will be $55,000. The next question asks, what will its future value be if the CD pays 5% annual interest and if it pays 15% annual interest? Again, using Excel, we find that a 5% interest rate will give us a future value of $52,500. A 15% interest rate will result in a future value of $57,500. For problem 2, we consider the same investment over a 5-year period. If Gary takes the $50,000 in excess cash and invests it in a CD that matures after 5 years with a 5% interest rate, the company will see a slight increase to $63,814, which equates a 27.6% growth. A maturity with a 10% interest rate will increase in value by about 61% to $80,525.50. We see continued increase over 5 years at 15% to $100,567.86. This is a 100% increase of Pensacola's original excess cash investment. If Pensacola can afford to keep that excess cash tied in the CD for 5 years, as opposed to a single year maturity referenced in the previous slide, at any of these rates, it would see great increases that could help fund future projects or goals. In scenario 2, Gary has purchased new hardware software and has determined Pensacola will need to update its current system in 5 years at a cost of $200,000. Question 3A asks, what lump sum amount must be invested today in a CD paying 10% annual interest to accumulate the needed $200,000? Using the formula for present value, we find that $124,184.26 must be invested today to accumulate the necessary $200,000. Question 3B asks, what annual interest rate is needed to produce $200,000 after 5 years of investing only $100,000? An interest rate of 14.87 is needed. In problem 4, Gary is considering a second alternative for the new system. Instead of a lump sum investment, he is considering 5 annual payments of $32,000 made at the end of each year. Question 4A asks what type of annuity this is. It is an ordinary annuity. Question 4B asks what is the present value of this annuity if the opportunity cost rate is 10% annually and 10% compounded semi-annually. The present value of this annuity at 10% compounded annually is $121,305.18, and compounded semi-annually is $247,095.52. 4C asks, what is the future value of this annuity if the payments are invested in an account that pays 10% interest. The future value is $195,363.20 when compounded annually, and $402,492.92 when compounded semi-annually. In problem 4E, we are looking for an interest rate that will grow our annual payments of $32,000 over a 5-year period to $200,000. We used Excel's financial formula for rate and input the payment of $32,000 and the future value of $200,000 to find a rate of 11% needed to accomplish the goal for the new system. In 4E, we are looking for what payment is needed at a 10% interest rate to reach the goal of $200,000. We again used the financial formula for payment in Excel and found that a payment of $32,729.50 is needed to reach the financial goal Gary set for the new system. The third and final scenario is Pensacola Surgery Center has extra space to lease out over a 5-year period. There is a $40,000 renovation cost. Due to the unusual terms of the lease agreement, there is an uneven cash flows. Problem 6A question is, what is the present value of year 0 of the annual lease cash flows if the opportunity cost is 10% annually? The present value of year 0 is $47,328.61. 6C question is, does the office renovation and subsequent lease agreement appear to be a good investment for the company? Yes, it appears to be a good investment because the cost of the investment is good compared to the return, and the internal rate of return is calculated at 16.39%, and the cost of capital is 10%. So those two items suggest that this is a good investment. For problem 7, it is now 5 years later, and Gary and the Pensacola Surgery Centers were not able to accumulate $200,000. He decides to take out a loan for the full $200,000 with an interest rate of 10%. This particular loan also requires equal annual installments. Given 4 years to repay the loan, we decided that Gary would have to make a payment of $63,094.16 each year. We came up with the payment, principal, and interest numbers using an amortization schedule. As expected, the interest payment on the loan starts out large and gradually declines over the life of the loan. The principal payment on the loan starts smaller and gradually increases over the life of the loan. This is our presentation. Thank you.